For the best experience, November to April is ideal, especially if you want to enjoy sunny days with minimal rainfall, clear waters for diving, and optimal conditions for festivals like Sinulog in January. So wet season here in the Philippines starts at May to October, so I don't recommend you visiting the Philippines in this month, especially in the months of July to October, because this months experience heavier rains and occasional typhoons, particularly in Luzon and Visayas. So travel can be riskier.
Do you want the latest information for Philippine expats and expat bloggers? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to this Sunday's edition of Expat News, where I cover the latest stories and events affecting expats and the expat blogger community in the Philippines. Well, hi, I'm Eric, and welcome to my Island Expats channel. Just as a reminder, these expat news videos come out first thing Sunday mornings U.S. time. So let's start this week's edition with some recent highlights happening for both expats and expat vloggers in the Philippines.
You have several options for exchanging foreign currency into Philippine peso. Major banks here in the Philippines is like BDO, Metrobank, BPI, and PNB offer currency exchange services. Bank rates are usually competitive, though they might involve a service fee. Note that banking hours here in the Philippines are usually from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday to Fridays. You can also go to currency exchange counters found in airports, shopping malls, or tourist areas. Airport exchange counters are favorable, but they might offer less offers than those in the city. ATMs are widely available in urban areas, and most accept international cards like MasterCard, Visa, and UnionPay. The exchange rate is based on your bank's daily rate, often favorable, though there's usually a transaction fee between 150 pesos and 250 pesos per withdrawal. It's a good idea to inform your home bank before traveling to avoid any issues with international transactions. Many hotels and resorts, especially in the tourist destination, offer currency exchange, but their rates are often less favorable. Avoid street money changers. While street changers may offer high rates, they pose risks of counterfeit bills and scams. It's generally safer to use authorized banks, authorized money changers in malls or banks. Check rates before exchanging to compare and get the best deal. Bring smaller bills when traveling to rural areas, as small establishments may not have change for large bills. Always count your money before leaving the counter. And some rural areas, they don't accept credit cards, so make sure you always have cash with you.
Hey, this is Eric. I wanted to mention a surf spot that's 90 minutes outside of Baguio in central Luzon on the west coast. And it's a place called La Union Surf Beach. I know it looks like it's La Union if you're from the US, but it's actually La Union. And versus going to a place like Siargao, which is an amazing place, but Siargao is mostly reef breaks if you want to surf. Whereas here on La Union, you got this totally sandy beach, easy for the kids to boogie board, great spot for the family, and pretty consistent surf no matter what level that you are. So something to check out, give it a look.
Suck the money out of him. Now he becomes an object. Instead of seeing him as a human being, I just saw him as a money-making machine. I fall into the trap of lying, constant lying, just to get money.
Is it almost like an addiction, right?
Exactly. Honesty is so much better. Instead of trying to hide things, just
it's freeing,
go.
Right?
Yeah, it's freeing, my God.
Go back in time. Let's take a journey back in time when you first found love in the Philippines. Can you share that story and how it shaped the girl you are today?
So growing up here in the Philippines, I have very low self-esteem, and that really came from some of the culture here of even family bullying. Like, you're being told that you're ugly, you have dark skin, and I had that mentality that I'm not beautiful. So there's going to be no people, no man that will be attracted to me. A coworker of mine suggested it, like, hey, why don't you try dating a foreigner? You have an exotic beauty, so you will be, well sought out by a foreign man. So I went to the most traditional way of dating, which is online dating. And I was actually surprised with the matches that I get, with the amount of matches that I can actually get. There was a lot. And I was like, oh, maybe it's really true that I would look beautiful for foreign guys. And that boosted my confidence in some way.
I want to jump in real quick because it just came to me what I was trying to remember.
Okay.
You mentioned exotic beauty and you mentioned foreigners being interested in that and attracted to that, which is true. But can you explain to the viewers what that means and how different it is in the eyes of a Filipino?
Yeah. So exotic beauty is like equivalent to being ugly. If you have dark skin, and yeah, dark skin is like you're ugly. You're not in the standard of what beauty is for Filipino. What we see in television, like what is being portrayed as beautiful, like Korean beauty, American beauty, white skin, light color. So that's why it ingrained to us that that's beauty. And if you don't have that kind of skin, then you don't belong to the beauty standard.
Wow.
You're the ugly. You're the ugly duckling.
And now it's time for the video of the week. This is where I give you a summarized version of one of the best videos I came across in the entire week. So let's take a look.
The journeys they took because they really were that desperate. 400,000 refugees were processed here in Morong, Bataan in the 1980s, while 4 decades earlier, the other side of Bataan presents a wholly different movement of people in the Death March of World War II. The Bataan Death March, where 80,000 prisoners of war, Filipinos and Americans, were transported from Bataan all the way to Capas in Tarlac to Camp O'Donnell to try to get them out of the way of the war effort there. Bataan, of course, the last part of the Philippines to surrender. They were taken here to San Fernando and then transported by train on that railway line to Capas. Was where the American General King, his name was, surrendered to the Japanese in 1942. Of course, the Allies were fighting in way too many theaters and they couldn't focus on the Pacific side. They had to really focus on the European side where Hitler was gaining ground. Oh, that's a tank. Let's keep on going towards the tip at Maraveles, which is where many of these prisoners' march started. 80,000 of them, only 54,000 made it. In the distance is a very large cross on a hill. It turns out that Mount Samat was the location of the last stand. It's a bit hazy today, but down there is the Gulf of Bataan. Oh yeah, it's a long way up. It says here towards Bataan for the heroic stand. This was the last stand. This is where Filipino and American forces tried to hold out, but couldn't. As I said, they're fighting wars in 2 theatres. They had to focus. This is closed, but it's the altar of valor. This is where the wreath is laid to commemorate. Oh, you see these battle guns. Oh. On this memorial, it says, just inside here, that men chose, instead of surrendering, to die. They fought until the end. Really, in those first few months of 1942, they retreated here because the Japanese forces, well organized, just overpowered the forces here. The last stand, just defending this mountain. Approaching troops. What a daunting feeling it must have been. This was one of the most fierce battles against the Japanese army in 1942. Imagine it, being exhausted,
In the past, you were able to take an elevator inside up to the top, but I think a lot of things are being reconstructed. There's another armament here. This part of history that should never ever be forgotten. Very, very, very tall, maybe 100 foot. Fitting for the final stand.
It starts in 1980 until 1994 when the refugees start using their boat to go here. And just we accept all the refugees. But we call them the boat people.
Monkey house. Oh.
Doing monkey business.
Oh, okay.
It's like a jail.
It's like a jail, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then that's the bunkhouse for not doing monkey business. Oh, okay. So they took this one coming all the way from Vietnam.
They crossed the sea.
Oh, that's small for the sea. Wow.
That boat's not much bigger than me in height. It's long, it's maybe 20 meters long. But man, 65 people, that's mad. The journeys they took because they really were that desperate to, well, start a new life.
65 people. 65 people in 5 passengers. Right. I thought maybe 10. 65.
Refugees processed here were taught skills so they could survive in their new countries, including hospitality and crafts. They were also given classes for financial management. Many of these concepts were totally alien to the refugees. Pope John Paul II visited in 1981, but with many of the refugees being Buddhist, they had shrines for this purpose.
Their faces and different meanings.
It's by the Cambodians in 1982.
Yeah, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, equanimity. I don't know what that means. But that is Cambodian, Kaima. Okay, Vietnamese. So this is really the Temple of Happiness. I like that meaning. Wow, okay. Everything will pass.
And now for our Every Couple Has a Story segment.
Another Filipino who's a citizen in the U.S. and still would rather be here in the Philippines.
That's true.
That's big. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Filipino TV. It's me again. Now today we are here with a special guest, William Jackson, and his beautiful wife.
In 2015, I met her in Manila. It was kind of a weird meeting. I was actually on my way back home from spending a 2-month vacation in the Philippines back then. Then that's another story to itself. I was kind of doing a self-sabbatical travel in the world where I was just traveling from country to country, and because I had an injury, which led to me getting retired a little bit early. But anyway, I was in the Philippines. I spent some time here. I ran into Mayor Faye about the last minute, you could say, last night before I was leaving. No, I actually did not meet her online. I met her at a restaurant, Cowboys, and it was late. And for some reason, just something hit my head to say, hey, I like that girl. I like the way she looks.
Yeah.
And I probably spoke to her maybe 5 to 10 minutes best and say, hey, you know, you look very gorgeous. I think I would like to get to know you. But if I could have your phone number and share emails with you, then that's, you know, I'd like to do that. And so that's what happened. And so from that time on, I didn't return back to the Philippines until like 8 months later. But the whole time we kept a relationship on Viber and WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we actually physically dated when I returned back to the Philippines almost a year later. So when I came back, I was ready because I had some places I had to visit. And when I dated her, I think like the first 2 days I committed to her, you know, and you know, you come back home, she called me the next day and things like that. And then I somehow convinced her, well, you know, I'm going down to Subic Bay. Would you like to come with me? And she said, well, I'll see if I can get days off for my job. And so we ended up spending on the road, Subic Bay. We went to, then that turned into going to Baguio, visiting.
That is close by Compilation, right?
But yeah, that place, Batangas.
Batangas, okay.
We visit. I'm trying to go back in my memory here on some of this. Angus, yeah, Angus was one of the stops, and then back. But we were on the road there for about a good week and a half or two. Then she invited me to see her family. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I'll do it. And so I went to visit her family, and I was nervous as heck, of course. And then, you know, there's a bit of age difference between us. So it's like, I don't know how this is going to work out. So, but I did it anyway. And her family was so nice and so embracing. I didn't know how to communicate in Tagalog, of course, but there was enough there that they could communicate with me in English. I felt like after I met her family, and also in the back of my head, I thought, well, you know, if a young lady takes you to see her family, then that means she has more serious feelings about you. This was going on in my head. So I had to return back to the States, so I brought her a promise ring and said, look, this is to show you I'm just not some foreigner showing up. Just want to go out on a hot date or two and disappear. So, you know, we kept in touch again. And then somewhere between that next 6 and 8 months to a year, we talked about getting married. And then when I returned, I came back with a wedding ring and then proposed to her. And also with that, I told her, I promised to her that I will always love and respect you as in very much respect you, like a partner. Now, but because of my status as a disabled veteran, I'm an ex-Marine in the U.S. Army, they pay for our spouses to go to college for free. It would not cost any money out of my pocket. She could go for free, and that's any of my children as well. So like I have adopted son with her. I adopted her son. He will get to go to college free. It will not cost us anything. I had the opportunity to drive. I've even brought her a car. We have still a house there, but she still loves the Philippines. So I'm being more drugged into living here, you know. So
Let's finish up this week with the Expat Lightning Round. Where I quickly cover interesting clips from expat-related channels.
So cool. I like this place. Yeah.
You know what I can do? I can dip these in here, can't I?
Okay, how do you say it in French? This is very good.
Très bien.
Très bien, yeah.
Très bien.
Nice accent. You just dipped. It's very classy. This guy dipping things into hot chocolate. That's the way to do it anyways. I love dipping into coffee. I had to find him. He drove all the way down the road to Massinloch. And I managed to go through the town and then catch him here. We're at French Brew Cafe. It's actually super nice in here, and all the staff, they wear these little French hats, and the menu is very good. They even had the hummus and veggies that I ordered.
Oh, you ordered hummus?
Yeah, do you want hummus?
Awesome.
You ordered. good. So yeah, we're talking about what we're gonna do because unfortunately there's another giant typhoon that's coming to the Philippines, and it could also be coming through areas towards northern Pangasinan, and we're not sure. So we kind of might have to keep puttering down the road, unfortunately, and not be able to hang out here too long. So yeah, we're gonna have a coffee, have a hot chocolate with marshmallows being dipped, and figure out our plan up the highway. Big coastlines. We're finally showing you one. That's Potipot Island. Looks beautiful. Only about 800 meters across here. This is Candelaria, no? Candelaria? Okay, we're in Candelaria. And as we're standing here, Commander's about to have some ginamus.
I met someone from Davao.
Oh, daghan mga Bisaya diri. This is a wonderful community. Potipot looks nice too, man. Yeah, we're gonna keep puttering on the road. Beautiful island there. You can just hop across on a boat.
I love the word puttering. Puttering is a really good word.
Yeah, puttering. I dig
putter,
it.
like a train.
Tagmamano daitoy. The rivers here on the north side of Zambales, very green, very lush looking. Different to the volcanic-y vibes down south. Oh, is this Pangasinan? We're in Daso. Daso. It's well known for salt, and you see a lot of it on the road. Thank you, Manon. Susunod. You just can't buy a sack of salt right now because you have no room, but Archie? Nice. Archie, Nicolas. Nice to meet you. We came down.
Secretary of this barangay.
Oh, you're the barangay secretary. Nice. Galing. Okay. What's the barangay? Ano barangay?
Barangay Malakapas, Dasol,
Okay.
Pangasinan, sir.
Nice. And he was telling us that all those flats over there
Yes,
and
sir.
those ponds, that's for Asin, no?
Yes, sir.
And they used to start doing
and
it.
also mangrove area, sir.
All the salt on the highway as well. That's just stock.
Came from this
Okay.
Maasin River.
Okay, so it all came from this river. Okay, this is the
This,
salt.
municipality of Dasol. The
Nice.
cleanest salt in the Philippines.
You got the cleanest salt in the Philippines. Okay, I like it. And also, Kuya was telling us this boat over here, believe it or not, goes to the West Philippine Sea for fishing, diba?
Yeah.
I just super appreciate the kind of intrigue that locals have to want to make chica chica with you here in the Philippines. And I also appreciate doing the same with locals because we learn. I just remembered back in the early 90s, the naval base, the American one, closed down in Subic. So I guess he was a prime example, Manong, of how a lot of people were there for work. And then when that happened, I guess they came back to the provinces, and now he looks after a fish pond. And yeah, it's just a good vibe though, chatting with locals. Just gonna go take a look at the coast. I feel like we're in somebody's property though. I think all of the coastline seems to be like beach properties that are public, like resorts. Okay. Oh, there's a walk down there. Interesting. If you ever come down this way in Agno, just stay to the main road. Don't trust Google Maps shortcuts. We're in the middle of a forest. How you doing, Brad? Literally in a forest. What the heck?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Woo! That was pretty deep for an ADV. Oh, good. Huh? Are you enjoying?
This is fun.
We made it. This is Barangay Horgo Urak. Don't take that road to it. Stay on the main one.
Take that road, it's awesome.
No, let's go to Burgos. Simple hotel, middle of Alaminos, 1.5 a night, 2 beds. When you're on motorbike journeys and we're just kind of adventuring and taking a look around and getting familiar with places, we don't splurge on anything super fantastic. So this is what it is again, and we're just gonna call it a night. We'll see you in the morning from Pangasinan. That was a good day. Good night.
Good night.
Hi. Oh, yeah. Hi.
Hi.
And you have one also. Kamusta?
Okay.
Good. There we go. Let's set them right here. How are you today? You leaving me hanging? You leaving me hanging? No high five? Thank you. Cheers. Today we're cooking lumpia, which is almost as important as rice in the Philippines. Every boodle fight, every fiesta, every party has lumpia, right?
Yes.
It's one of the most important foods in the Philippines.
Yes.
And Anne is an expert at making it.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Anne's gonna make it today. I've never made it, so we're gonna find out how to make lumpia today. That's why expert Anne is here, expert chef.
That's why you need to learn how to make lumpia.
All right, we're gonna learn.
Today you need to learn cabbage. I want to put cabbage on my lumpia lumpiang Shanghai, and then carrots, rabbit, beans. I want to use this also. And also we have, I forgot the ground pork. We have a ground pork here. Okay, this one is the ground pork. This is the upaw head. Joke.
My head, that's my head.
Joke. We're gonna do.
That's gonna be really good. We've got crispy everything, crispy carrots, crispy green beans. I'm really excited for this one.
So you need to wrap the lumpia later.
Yes, ma'am.
You know how to do it?
Of course. I'm a lumpia master.
But-buton dako, no? Ano but-butan?
She called me a big liar. Dako means big, baton means liar.
Watch me, wa.
Do you have something to say to me? You want it minced?
Dede mayo.
Okay, that's pork.
Yeah, it's pork.
All right, ground pork. We've got green onions, white onions, butter, garlic, green beans, carrots, cabbage, chocolate, wafers. I don't think those are going in though.
Okay, so let's put the pork now. This is my own version. Okay, let's do it. Halo. Mix.
And so now we wrap them, and then how do we cook them once they're wrapped?
After that, we need to fry it.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to put this meat in this wrapper. Okay, this is a challenge for Jonathan. We need to see if he knows how to do it.
You do one, then I'll do it.
Okay, so you need to get a meat here. Okay, and put it here. Okay, I fold it like this. Okay. Like that, and then we need to roll it like that.
Like a diaper.
Like a diaper of Jonathan. Oh no, of the baby ba? Watch and learn. I'll do like this. Hala, kabuang.
It's like a burrito.
Like that. Yeah. Like that. More. Do
So you're getting the egg white, and then you're using that as
paste. As a paste.
Adhesive.
A glue. A glue of the lumpia.
Okay.
Charot lang.
Lingi diri, madam.
And then
Ta-da! This is the lumpia.
burrito.
Little burrito.
Little burrito.
Or a shawarma.
Filipino burrito.
Okay, that's it.
All right, and that's how you make a lumpia.
Let's cook Jonathan lumpia tower.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see it go in. We will see how long it takes before it's golden brown and crispy. And then we need to eat it as soon as possible when it's finished, so it's extra warm and crispy. Woo! Look at that. You see that golden brown?
That's yours.
I've never had a fresh lumpia like this right out of the fryer. That looks hot. We have the finished product here. We're about to do a taste test of the lumpia, the pork lumpia.
Okay, Jonathan, this is how we will make a lumpiang Shanghai. Now you know how to make lumpiang Shanghai?
So that will do it for this edition of Expat News. If you're interested in seeing travel-related videos that often include places and life and beauty of the Philippines, then please check out my other channel, Life Across the Sea, where I cover faraway places, people, and culture. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notifications button so you can be notified of future videos once they're available. I'm always interested in your thoughts on these expat news and other videos, so please let me know in the comments section your thoughts of this edition. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.